Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com and I've made a new pick a card read for you. Who's coming into your life next, into your love life next? Let's find out. Now I've made 3 readings here. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it is good. Each one of them has got a deeper dive. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we're popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And that's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Now I'm giving 2 readings away every single month, 2 private readings with me away. The first way to enter for that is by clicking like on this video, being a subscriber to my channel and leaving a comment while you're watching too. Now you can do that as many times as you like on as many videos as you like during the month to get more entries into that. So good luck with that. The other way is by getting the deeper dives to these pick a card reads. So which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? The crystal is out with the adventure card. He's an adventurer, an explorer, a traveler, and a seeker of lost worlds, this one. Or would you like the flower? This one is about intuition. She's the light within us that helps to guide us through our life. Always beckoning us to enter our inner world, that one. But this one, the shell, with outward vision. Some say our head is in the clouds, but the view is better from up there. You can see the big picture beyond our normal sight. So take your pick now, and don't forget to click like on this video, clicking on that subscribe button if you're new, and leaving a comment as well. I do a daily energy update every single day of the year for the collective, including new moons and full moons, of course. I do 3 of these Love Pick a Card reads a week as well. Let me know what you want the next ones to be about. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give mini reads, 1-question readings. Now you can book one of those on my website at any time. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. And I will do your reading right at the start of the next live show. So you don't need to come live if you don't want to, because I'll send you a link afterward to watch it back. Or you can come along live. You'll find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking Be Healing down there if you want to join in. You can book while I'm live too. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below and also one up there too. I get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. It's different styles of readings, so take your pick amongst those different styles when you go to book in. And if you've got questions for your reading, click on the Contact Us page after you've booked in. So, crystal, flower, or shell? Take your pick now, and I'll see you in your reading. So if you chose the crystal and this one's for you crystals, let's find out who's coming into your life next, into your love life next. Now, as usual, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So, who is coming into your life? Crystals. Who's coming into your life next, crystals? Let's find out. You've got watch and listen carefully. Someone that's going to pay a lot of attention to you. Watching and listening to you carefully. So they might remain in the background at first, like checking you out, seeing what you're about, that kind of thing. Might not necessarily approach you straight away when they've noticed you. Could be someone that's a little bit guarded with themselves, which is a good thing, I think. Tell us more about them. Who is this person coming into Crystal's love life? Adventure. Someone that's adventurous. Very nice. Guardian. Someone that look after you, that protects you. Peace. Someone that's at peace with themselves. And balance. Someone that's very balanced as well. Half you look. So that's pretty good. An adventurous spirit who will take care of you, balanced and at peace with themselves. You can't ask for much more than that, really, hey? I like that. Tell us more about this person. And that so many cards wanted to come out as well. That's a good thing, I think. So it feels like they're going to be transparent, you know, open. Stillness, in calm waters, everything becomes clear. So it's a very calm kind of a person. Not hot-headed. Let's find out more about them. Tell us more. Who's this person coming? Yeah, you see, watch and listen carefully. Again, the Page of Swords. So they're going to check you out first. Pay attention to it. Kind of find out who you are first. There could be a bit of a loner, this one. 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands came out together there, which is good. The 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands together, that's the progression, right? The way that the tarot goes from the Ace through to the 10 of each suit. The 9 of Wands is about the wounded warrior. So this person's been through a lot, but the 9 of Wands is about coming out of that and being ready to put those burdens down. So this could be someone that's been single for quite some time after healing themselves and are ready to put those burdens down and kind of ready to open up to something new. You know, when we're going through like a healing process, because we just like keep on having the same kind of relationships again, and it's not what we want, and so we back off from that. We spend some time by ourselves, we heal ourselves, and then it's only when we're like well out of that, right, that we think, okay, I can put myself out there now because I know I'm not going to do the same thing again, and there might be something better for me out there now. So that's promising. Someone that's done some work on themselves. What else? Tell us about this person. Page of Wands and the 4 of Cups. So Page of Wands is exciting news kind of thing. The 4 of Cups is like after a lot of disappointments. So this could be kind of exactly what it is that you want after a lot of disappointment. So it is, you know, with that adventurous side of them, they could be asking you out on a really like cool date, you know, that kind of thing. After a lot of disappointment, it's like finally someone who, you know, wants to do the same things as me or something like that. Tell us about this Page of Swords. Why are they like in the background for a while, watching you for a while? Because they like to take things slowly, says the Knight of Materials. So they're going to move slowly, watch you for a while. Not making any hasty moves on you. Sexual energy is behind that. So even though they want to, they're going to take their time with all of that. Tell us about this 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. So they've been healing themselves, huh? The Devil and the 3 of Emotions. Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, 3 of Emotions can be about third party kind of stuff. And the Devil card, of course, not good energy, right? So they've been healing themselves from perhaps a particularly nasty kind of a person that had a relationship with, third parties involved and all of that. Probably very hurt, but not just hurt. I'm getting shaken by the whole experience, you know. You know those ones where it doesn't just hurt us, but it makes us like question whether we should even be getting into a relationship, and someone that really unsettled them, unsettled their foundation. So no wonder they've been alone for a while. And what's behind this? So this person, because third parties were involved, they could that could be very triggering to them. So it's worth noting that when this person comes into your life, they could be very triggered. Like if someone else is flirting with you or something like that. Abundance is behind that. Wow. Okay. So there could have been like money involved with all of this as well. Dealing with a tricky person. You know, and if it was someone that they were married to as well, abundance being behind that could mean that they were kind of locked in with that person financially in some kind of a way. Page of Wands and the 4 of Cups. So it feels like that this is for you. Like they'll give you like an exciting offer after you've been disappointed. Muse of Inspiration, because they'll be coming in like the King of Wands, like I want to be with you, so let's do this exciting thing. Definite movement on their part. They're going to be the one that takes the lead with that King of Wands kind of an energy. They'll be, you know, suggesting what the adventures are that you go on and all of that kind of thing. It's going to be exciting. After, yeah, perhaps a lot of boring offers. Big change for you, this. Big change is coming with this person. They're going to be, you know, we can tell, can't we, when someone's really interested in us. Not just with the things that they ask, like when they take us on a date or something, but they will do something special instead of just like the normal boring date. You get a lot of like the guys going like, what you doing and all that kind of thing. They're not interested at all. They don't even ask you questions about yourself. They're not interested in knowing who you are or any of it. Now, someone can show a little bit more interest in by taking you out on a date, but it might just be like just the normal kind of a date kind of thing, you know, let's go out for dinner, get to know each other, hopefully, you know, have a few drinks, and hopefully they're ending up with something more at the end of it. So that, even though better, it's not what this is. This is someone that's kind of had their eye on you and will be asking you out like on something specific, like doing something really nice together, or something really exciting, adventurous, that kind of thing. Tell us more about them. Could be quite an outdoorsy kind of person with that adventure card. Someone that likes to have experiences. I think you're likely to have experiences with this person, you know? The kind of person that will take you somewhere rather than buy you something. Tell us more about this person for crystals. You don't want to speak now, huh? Tell us more about this person, please. Okay. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. No right and wrong. And surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So yeah, still a little bit of tidying up of the past is what I'm getting for this person that needs to happen. So they might have done this healing stuff to the point of kind of being alone, but there might be extra stuff to deal with once they're getting into a relationship. So they might want to take it slowly because of that. You know how we can get triggered again when we're getting into relationships? It could be something like that. So I'm not getting specifics for that though. I guess it just depends what they've been through. Ooh. What else about this person? Honor your feelings. Nice. Someone that will honor your feelings. So yeah, they will be tending to your emotional state. Now, they did have that calm and balanced kind of peace with themselves kind of demeanor going on there, and someone that will protect you. So someone that will be bothered about how you feel and your emotional state. I like it. So they care how you feel. Strings attached. Could be a little bit complicated, but especially with that abundance card coming out, you see? Third party thing and abundance card. So still be strings attached. And they're going to watch you. Did I say that already? Yes, we've had that twice already. Watch and listen carefully. The Page of Swords and then the Spy card. So this person is definitely going to watch you first before they kind of make a move on you. Feels like they'll be a bit guarded at first, you know, just protecting themselves, especially with that Devil and the Three of Emotions. It's not good to come out those two cards when we're asking about, like, what if they had to heal from. Like, the Devil and the Three of Emotions, that's real, like, gnarly kind of an energy right there. So, heartbreak. They've been through heartbreak. Wild abandon. But this is like the true nature. Wild abandon, an adventurer. Cynicism. Perhaps have become a bit cynical about love as well, and floating on air. So there's quite a mix of energy with this person because of what they've been through, and I think that is probably true about us all. The true nature might take a while to come out as they learn to trust you. Tell us more. Tell us more, please. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. So it feels like this person has got a lot of internal strength, because I feel like they have changed their approach, or they're about to. Could be a very loving and giving person, this one. Let's get more cards out to find out a little bit about their character. Tell us about the character, please. And then we'll get some of the internal stuff that's going on for them as well. Dolphin spirit. Nice playful kind of an energy. This says this and that can this and that are true. So this and that can be true at the same time. Appears like it's an open-minded kind of a playful kind of a person. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. So a wise kind of a soul, could be an old soul as well. Koi fish spirit, there's always enough, plenty, abundant, could have a lot of money. Focus. Koi fish spirit, there you go. There's always enough, plenty. We've got turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So they're a generous person as well with that. And a giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture. So they see the bigger picture. Mindful kind of a person, this one. What have they got going on inside of themselves? Discovering happiness. So they're finding the happiness again. What makes them happy? This card on the other side of it, if it ever will focus. No, it really doesn't want to focus, does it? It says, I allow myself to be content exactly as I am. So they're learning how to be happy again, be content. What else have they got going on inside of them? Welcoming surrender. There's no problem, only destiny being revealed. So this is someone that has thought that things were going wrong and in their life, and you know, that whole resistance that we get, and then they might have come to the point of healing themselves where they realize, no, I wasn't supposed to be with that person, they're not good enough for me, things are actually working out for me. And so they're kind of noticing that destiny is revealing itself and surrendering to that perhaps nothing went wrong after all. Perhaps it was just the universe moving me on from someone that was just not good enough for me. Too many. What else have they got going on? Unhooking the past. So they're unhooking themselves from the past. There's nothing to regret when I learn from my past. There you go. That was that energy that I was getting with that surrender card as well. And rewriting the subconscious. So perhaps they had like a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of thoughts bugging them about that situation that they were in previously. And they've had to kind of find a peace within them about that. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I'll feel bad. And acknowledging apprehension. So even though they're apprehensive, still moving forward in their life. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. So this goes together with that spy card with the watching and listening carefully. So they're going to be careful with themselves. This apprehensive, yes. So taking it slowly, but feels like a good thing to me. So if that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In that, I'm going to go into guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. Is there something for you to do then to meet this person? I'm going to get message cards out from them as well, because I haven't done that yet. I'll do that in the deeper dive. Also, you guys together, what are the dynamics between you once you do get together, and how can you get it to work really well? Are there any red flags to look out for? And also how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. It's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button and leave a comment as well, because that'll get you an entry into the draw, as we'll get in that deeper dive read as well. And so if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower, then this one's for you. Flowers, let's find out who's coming into your life next, into your love life next. Now, as usual, flowers, is going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So who's coming into your life? Flowers, let's find out. Okay. 3 cards coming out a little bit messily there. First card out is the Garden of the Night, Dark Night of the Soul. It could be someone that's kind of going through some stuff at the moment. It could be that. Not in a very good place. We've got the Sentinel as well. Protective kind of a person, someone that will take care of you, and someone very passionate. Could be a fire sign with this Foxfire card coming out, but intriguing, the Garden of the Night. Could be someone who is like a night owl. It could be that, but it could also be someone that's kind of going through something at the moment as well. Let's find out more about them. Tell us more. I want to get a few of these out. Tell us more about Flower's person that's coming into their lives. Thank you. Okay, so they're a patient kind of a person. They've got patience. Not hot-headed, even though they could be a fire sign. Intuition. They're intuitive as well. And imagination. Imaginative, perhaps a dreamer, fantasizer, that kind of a person. It could be a very creative person as well. It could be a musician or an artist. We've got breathe. It could be someone that's into meditation, breath work, those kind of things. Could also be going through something at the moment as well. Tell us more. 6 of Cups, it could be someone from your past, someone that you already know. Or they could be the kind of person that reminisces a lot. They do have that very ethereal kind of a vibe to them. Could be into spirituality, creativity. The Hierophant definitely could be into spirituality. They could be a teacher of that kind of thing. They could be a teacher of meditation or of yoga. They could be, or breath work, like I said. Or anything that's involved in that, like cold plunging, things like that. They could be drawn to the spiritual stuff because they've got some healing to do. There's a Tower as well. Something's going on in their life at the moment, or when you meet them. Because that Dark Night of the Soul and then the Tower, things could be tricky for them in life at the moment. So the 6 of Cups, either someone from your past lover, or someone that kind of dreams a lot about the past, that kind of thing. Anyway, there's got a strong energy here that it could be someone from your past as well, someone that you've been with in the past coming back into your life, going through something at the moment. Very artistic, creative kind of a person, perhaps kind of healing themselves, drawn to the spiritual stuff to heal themselves. There's omens. You've had signs about this. This person could have like popped into your dreams lately, or you could have heard from them already. Yeah, someone from your past. So sorry if it's like you really don't want to be hearing from someone in the past, but 6 of Cups and the Lovers, it's a past lover. It's not just someone from the past that you know as well, it's someone that you've been in love with. The Hierophant. Spiritual seeker, perhaps even teacher. Tell us about the Hierophant. Perhaps they've been getting happier through healing themselves and through this spiritual seeking. Just kind of drawn to this laughter there. Why have we got the Hierophant here, please? Why is the Hierophant here? There we go. The Hierophant, because the Knights of Voices and the 4 of Materials. Okay, well, it's someone that you've not heard from for a while, but they do want to say something to you with this Knight of Voices. They could be wanting to explain why they withdrew from you in the past, because the 4 of Materials is about holding their energy back. But the Knight of Voices is also kind of man on a mission kind of thing. They could be coming in with an apology, you know. of why they turned away or why they held back in the past or something like that. They may not have known back then why they were pulling away or why it didn't work out, but I feel like they know now because it's come out with a Hierophant, which is about learning spiritual lessons, right? So they could be coming in with an apology or like to make sense of what went on before, on a mission to do that, which, you know, could be a sign of being in a 12-step program or something like that, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be because they've learned like some spiritual lessons and they want to talk to you about that. And perhaps they've realized that you're the right one for them, but they had to go through these spiritual lessons first. What's behind that is forgiveness. See, an apology. There we go. So they're coming to apologize. Damn. Okay. The Tower. Something's falling apart in their life, or something fell apart in their life. It could be that. The Dark Night of the Soul. Yeah, something big happened in their life and it got them to face themselves, perhaps. Muse of Materials and the Ten of... Muse of Emotions, and the Ten of Materials. So the one that loves you. Ten of Materials. Ten of Materials, well, out with the Tower, it could be like... Ten of Materials is what you've built up, like the happily ever after. So it could, the surprise could be that they tell you that they want this happily ever after with you and build something with you and build a life with you now. They're coming with an apology, but also perhaps with the surprise that they want something long-term with you now. Hierophant is about long-term too, but it's more about spiritual lessons in this reading, to be honest. Okay. What's behind that? This Tower. Movement into balance. So something's changed in their life and it's moved them into balance. And now it's like it appears that they're ready to want some happily ever after. But it's not just that. It's not just about they weren't ready before and that they are now. It's that something's changed in their life and this kind of spiritual seeker kind of an energy. They figured something out and they're apologizing for something. Okay. Let's get more then. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Following the heart, trust in the guidance, passion. Passion, and there was like a strong connection between you. Magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So you really had something strong with this person. Tell us more. They love you. Know that you're loved, and they're open to change now. So they already love you, and they're open to change now where they weren't before. And focus on the positive and attune to the divine. So there has been some spiritual seeking going on for sure. But they're more positive now than they were before. So if they were negative before, kind of downtrodden, they're positive now. What else? Respect. Respect you. You've been a big influence on them. Perhaps what you told them, perhaps you gave them some like truths, you know, and they really respect you for that. Self-worth. Could have been working on the self-worth since you last seen them as well, and since you had that big influence on them. Tell us more. Naughtiness. Trap. Naughtiness. Could have like a bit of a wicked side to them as well. Playful. Prankster kind of thing. Trap. You know, I was getting that message like when you were together before, whatever went on there, they might not have been aware of it, what was actually, you know, why they wanted to get out of something. But it could have something to do with this. A feeling of being trapped, not wanting to get trapped, that kind of thing. Anyway, they're going to explain to you what it's all about, why they pulled away. or why they held their energy back from you. Could be a ghosting situation, this as well. Someone went quiet on you. Do something for someone, give your attention to other. Now they're thinking about you more and they want to do things for you. It's going to be all about you when they come in, for sure, not about them anymore. Not always that way kind of thing, but when they come in with the apology, for sure. Okay, so tell us about this person's character. If you're wondering who it is coming in from your past. Butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. You're going to like the transformation, so they're different than they were before. Beautiful. Moth spirit too, surrender now. So they've let go now. Perhaps some of the fight. Did they have some fight before? And hummingbird spirit, be here now. Way more present now. For sure. And crow spirit, co-create with spirit. They've got that spiritual side to themselves now. If they didn't have before, they do now. Tell us more. What's the internal stuff that they've got going on? My choices determine how brightly I shine. They've got expressing free will. So making better choices for themselves now. Balancing the brain. I can be and do all at once. So as they were pulling away before, because they felt this kind of a trap, feels like they're more in balance now. And balancing the brain, expanding inner power. I'm the most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. I was getting that creative side of them. Perhaps they're much happier with themselves now they're being creative. Just feel like that kind of a person. Creative kind of a person, musician or artist or something. Uncovering confidence, so they're more confident in themselves now. Working on that. I'm the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. So they stop looking outside of themselves so much and acknowledging apprehension. I'm not getting that this is their card at all. I think they just kind of came out with the others. Could be, no, I'm really not getting that that's that card at all. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. If that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In the deeper dive, we're going to pull out some message cards from your person. What do they want to say to you? I'll also be getting cards out for you, guidance in the situation you find yourself in. So how to handle this then? Or is there anything you need to do beforehand? Anything that you need to work through, let go of, and all of that kind of thing beforehand? Guidance for you guys in this relationship, the dynamics between you once you are together. How can you make it work really well? What are the dynamics between you? Are there any red flags to look out for there as well? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the flower on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device, and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new, and leave a comment, because that will get you entered into a draw for a free private reading with me. So good luck with winning that, as will getting the deeper dive read that will get you entered into another draw. So 2 chances to win a private reading with me. So if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I will see you in there very shortly. So if you chose this shell, and this one's for you, shells, let's find out who's coming into your love life next. Now, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's find out who they are, this person that's coming into your life. We've got memories of the forgotten self. There could be something about you, perhaps something that you do, or something that you are, or something that you're into, that reminds them of someone that they were, or something that they used to be into, or something that they used to do too. So you bring back like a part of them, wake them up to something that they used to do, and sharing your wisdom. you could both be into the same kind of a hobby or something like that, or the same kind of work, it could be that, and have a lot to talk about regarding that, sharing your wisdom. Could both be interested in a similar kind of a subject. And that could be like what you connect on, most of all, what you talk about, most of all. We've got vision. So it could be that both of you have kind of a vision for something, or something that you want to do in the world, or something like that, that is similar to each other. You share that vision. There's a catalyst here, so something's going to get you guys together and get this going. And majesty, they're really going to respect you massively. Focus, both focused on something really similar to each other. So you've got like, perhaps you're focused on like life purpose. They are too. You've got similar life purposes. It could be something like that, or it could be like a particular hobby or line of work, and you're both into that. Patience. Tide will come in when it's good and ready, it says. So, okay. Could be a patient kind of a person, or someone that's going to arrive in a timely manner in your life, just at the right time. Which I know for a lot of you was ages ago, right? According to us. Tell us more. Tell us more about this person coming into Charles' life. We've got the Empress and the Lovers out. So someone, again, with that majesty energy, someone that will really respect you and looks up to you, and they think a lot of you, and they know that you deserve a lot, and lovers. So a lot of attraction between you as well, and a good match there too. Tell us more about this person. Eight of Wands, direct communicator. There's someone that kind of says it as it is, kind of thing. Could be a little bit blunt, this person. Very chatty. Could be one of those people that's like a bit of an oversharer, you know. They let you in on a lot of things, like early on. Could be that. Ace of Wands and the Hermit. Could be a homebody kind of a person, but someone that gets fired up by things, got a lot of passion about a certain subject, I think. I think both of you are into the same thing, you know, and could be quite excited about that, ready for a new start, perhaps from being alone as well. It could be that too. Tell us about this Empress and the Lovers. So there's a lot of respect for you. The Five of Materials, and especially what you've kind of said no to, Ace of Inspiration, and the Queen of Emotions. They want to give to you. Realize that like you deserve a lot, the Queen of Emotions. Ace of Inspiration. You have good ideas, and what inspires you is perhaps in line with what they want too. But it's not just that. It's what you say no to. It's what you leave yourself out of. It's what you have boundaries to. It really impresses them. They realize that you deserve to receive a lot, Empress. And there's that attraction there too, of course. Now we've got two Aces of Wands out. There's forgiveness behind that. Did you turn this down? Maybe you turned this person down, you know, and that might have made them respect you even more. Right, good on. But, you know, perhaps the way that they kind of approached you first wasn't good enough for you. You turn them down. They're like, wow, this person's great. It could be that. Eight of Wands, direct communication. Could be very chatty, open-hearted, perhaps a little bit naively open-hearted as well. Should be a little bit more guarded. Perhaps they're really open with people. Four of Voices. Yeah, it's led them into trouble. They've had to heal from that. So this person's an open book with people. They share a lot of themselves straight away. Perhaps telling before they've like learned or had time to know that someone's trustworthy, they might tell them all kinds of things. This person could be someone that ends up in the wrong crowd often because of this. And then they have to heal from that. And they're like, oh, these other people are terrible. But it's because they like, they speak first. What's this? It's the cards to go with these ones, I'm told. Okay. So yeah, not the best trait that they've got, this being open, gregarious, like open, being an open book, telling people, being very chatty and telling people about themselves. I think they're very positive kind of a person, and it gets them into trouble, that Four of Voices, because they end up like having to close down from people when they realize what they're really like and regret having trusted them. Emotional release is behind that. Such a pure person, open-hearted person, this, that it devastates them when they find out someone couldn't have been trusted. So, yeah, okay. Could have been by themselves for a while, Ace of Wands. Very passionate about something. Could be you that they're passionate about too. Knight of Materials, but they will take things slowly because they'll be undecided. Lovers, whether to take it there. Now, I'm getting strongly that this person and you have a mutual kind of a passion for something, an interest or something like that, and they might not know whether to take this into the romantic direction or not, or whether to just leave it as it is. That is that undecided here, and that's why they'll be moving super slowly. So you might be wondering, like, well, the attraction's there, we're into the same things, what's up with this person holding back? Omens, and there's signs about it as well, signs about each other too. But yeah, I think perhaps because this person's been burned. Now, isn't that weird? Because I'm getting like that they're really open with people and perhaps letting the wrong kind of people in. And then when they come across like someone that they should let in, they're wary. They're wary of doing that. But there is that thing that perhaps they approached you wrong in the first place. I don't know. Let me know if that's true in the comments below. And anyway, this is someone new apparently that's coming into your life, but it kind of feels like this might have already happened or is happening right now. Anyway, tell us more. Tell us more. You may not always understand why certain things happen. I think this person is kind of pushed around by life sometimes, and they're not really sure why stuff happens and why, you know, they're going all innocently into things and then they get burned and they don't understand why they've got burned. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So going through something, I think this person always will, because they don't appear to be making good decisions for themselves. They just seem to be like going, yeah, they're just like a, yeah, that sounds great kind of a person. And forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. This is a dreamer kind of a person, a positive kind of a person, but when they're not being careful about what they get into, especially with the kind of people that they get in with, that is going to blow up in their face, right? And then they could start questioning themselves, like, why are they manifesting this? Just the choices that they make. It's just the choices. Isn't that always the way? It's just the choices that we make. That's why we end up getting in these things. It's just always the choices that we make. See the big picture. So they're looking to like the bigger picture now, seeing the bigger picture, getting perhaps more of an idea about themselves. Looking at their whole life in totality perhaps now, and the progression that they've had in their life. Let's find out more. You know, because there's all kinds of people out there, right? And you might still be susceptible to narcissists, right? The narcissists will come into my life, and yeah, I was susceptible to them before, but now I know what that is and I'm not anymore. And so we don't like change who we attract into our life, but we change like who we will let in. The narcissists still show up, the players still show up, I just don't let them into my life anymore. Not even that. Even if someone's got a slightly dodgy energy, I'm like, no, they don't feel right, I'm not letting them in. I'm going to ignore them or, you know, whatever. Just don't want them in my life. And so it's always about the choices we make. And I just feel like this person, they could be seeing it now. The choices that they make. Feels like they're a very optimistic kind of person. Spark between you and commitment. Wow. So yeah, it will be a very exciting relationship, this one. Sparks are flying and they want commitment too. That's what they're looking for. Partner to settle down with. What else? Old wounds. Yeah, the old wounds will come up for sure. Baggage. But this is a generous person. They'll like to give. And let's not forget, you're focused on the same things, you guys. You want the same things. So you do have like you'll have like a strong bond because you're into the same stuff. Tell us about their personality, please. Trust the great mystery. I think this person has been kind of blindly trusted in their life. I think they're just a little bit too openly trusting people that perhaps can't be trusted. They might need teaching. Sharing your wisdom there. They might need teaching to like be a little bit more careful with themselves. Porcupine spirit, time for a beginner's mind. I feel like this person has got a lot to learn, and you could be teaching them a fair bit too. Both of you. Whoops, but in different respects. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. So this might not be fast moving kind of a relationship. It might stay in like an unknown place for a while. Kind of embracing that. What else? About the personality. Grasshopper, take a leap of faith. They're a courageous person. Dive into things. And a lion spirit, be generous of spirit. So they've got a generous spirit, this person. They've got really nice energy. It just feels like they need to kind of know themselves better and what works for them and what doesn't. Itchy nose. Tell us more. I forgot to get one of these out before, so I'll get one out now. The dreamer. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. This person is a manifester. They're a dreamer. They're very positive. As a result, oh, it's a cat hair. That's what's tickling me. Okay. What's the inner stuff that they've got going on? Befriending pain. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. Yeah, it just feel like they keep on leading themselves into pain. Demystifying the darkness. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. Okay, so it could be that this person is quite susceptible to people in their darkness, in their dark sides, and they openly trust them. And it's because they've not looked at their own dark side. You know, when we are overly optimistic, that's a state that we're in where we don't want to look at the darkness, right? We don't even want it to exist. We don't want to look in the darkness, about the darkness to ourselves and admit to that, and we don't want to see it in anyone else. So we'll just be like overly positive and trusting everybody, but then that burns us. And there comes a point where we need to do that shadow work and look at our own dark side and accept that we've all got a dark side too, that we're all everything, right? And then we can accept it in others. And when you can accept it in others, like, well, everyone's got a light and a dark side, and I've got to stop pretending that people's dark sides don't exist, because that is what's stinging me. That demystifying the darkness and just like admitting to it, there is darkness in everybody, is really going to help this person. Sharing shame. Ooh. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. And that's the other thing about shadow work too, is that we've got to admit to it. We've got to admit to our pain. We've got to admit to what doesn't feel good about ourselves and about what it is that we're feeling. When we don't want to do that, we get into this overly positive state and ignoring it all. And that's no way to live, is ignoring reality. Deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in my way. So it could be that they've got a lot of doubt in themselves, really, and they're having to kind of pick that apart. Doubt could be causing them to try and manifest things, you know, and be overly positive about things to make them manifest, thinking that that's what they need to do, whereas that's not what they need to do. They need to face reality and make some good decisions for themselves instead, and stop blindly going forward positively into these things. So I do feel like this person has got a fair bit to learn, but it seems like you two are into the same kind of stuff. You've got something that is a shared kind of a vision, and I feel like you got a lot to teach this person, and perhaps they've got a lot to teach you as well. So if that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. In that, I'm going to pull out some message cards from them. So what have they got to say for themselves, or what will they have to say for themselves? I'm going to get guidance out for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. So what should you do then? Are you getting ready for this person, or is there something for you to let go of? Perhaps you're rolling your eyes going, oh God, not someone else that I can help that's going through this. Let's see, guidance for you in the situation you find yourself in right now. And if you guys were to get together, what are the dynamics between you? How can you make it work really well? Are there any red flags to look out for in this? And how this might all play out with possible timelines. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell. Just dropped something out of it. A bit of fluff. Click on the shell on a device that you can open PDFs with. And in that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you straight away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on that subscribe button if you're new. And leave a comment, because that'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. And as we'll get in that deeper dive read as well, I'll get you entered into another draw too, so you can do both of those things if you want. But if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. And if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly.